But I want candidates who are conservatives before they are Republicans. I want a candidate like Pamela Gorman. Pamela Gorman has bled for the conservatives. She has martyred herself for conservatism. She has lived to fight another day. She has fought the fought. She has been punished by Republicans for being a conservative before she was a Republican. And we will disappoint ourselves if we, here in Middle Georgia, do not help a person like Pamela Gorman in Arizona. Yes, she's in Arizona. Get elected. If you're listening online, regardless of where you are in this country, you need to support a woman like Pamela Gorman running in Arizona. Ladies and gentlemen, this woman has bled for the conservative cause in the legislature in Arizona. Let me tell you about Pamela Gorman. Pam Gorman got elected running against a Republican who had lost his way. Pam Gorman ran against a powerful Republican in the Arizona legislature who had become a tax and spender. You could not tell the difference between him and the Democrats. And Pam Gorman, a stay-at-home mom, she ran. She ran for office. She ran on the fight that people who say they're conservative should actually be conservative. Go figure. And she won. And Pam, in the Arizona State Senate, worked her way up to the whip position, the second most powerful position in the Arizona State Senate. And one day the Republicans had spent themselves through bad policy into a budget crunch. And they told Pam Gorman, she being a Republican leader in the state Senate, she had to support a tax increase. And Pam Gorman said no. Pam Gorman said cut spending, reform government, cut agencies. Look at the agencies and ask why they're duplicating functions, get out the duplicate functions, cut the agencies, cut the budgets. Do not raise taxes on the people of Arizona. You're Republicans, doggone it. Republicans don't raise taxes. And the Republicans in the state legislature told Pam to go fly a kite. They told her to shut up, and she wouldn't shut up. They told Pam, don't you get in the well of the state Senate and speak out against your own party, and she did it anyway. They stripped Pam Gorman of her power. They stripped her of her office. They threw her out of the state capitol building into a different building. They put her in a windowless office where they hoped she could not be seen and ensured she would not be heard. And she made sure she was heard. Pam Gorman has bled for conservatism. She has fought for the cause. She has proven herself to be one of us, not just a poser. They punished her and she fought back. And now that tax increase has to go before the voters of Arizona, and those Republicans who threw Pam Gorman under the bus because she wouldn't let the legislature just flat out raise taxes, they're now all trying to pretend to be Pam Gorman's best friend. And they're all out there campaigning against this tax increase that they themselves put on the ballot. Pam Gorman is now running for Congress in John Shadeg's old seat. John Shadegg is a good Republican, good conservative. This is like the Georgia governor's race. You got 1 million people running. Pam Gorman shines above the rest. Pam Gorman is a true conservative hero. Pam Gorman is that person who calls in because people have called her to get in. She goes in and she fights. She fights unapologetically, uncompromisingly. She is Joe, the guy who works at the local store that we say needs to get in to the race. She is the David battling the Goliath who wins. Pam Gorman is the person we need to support. Yes, she's in Arizona. She's not in Georgia. She's not in Massachusetts, where Mike called in from. She's not in Florida. She's not in Oregon. She's not in Missouri, where some people are listening online this morning. She's not in Texas. She's in Arizona. Why should you here in Middle Georgia give money to a woman like Pam Gorman? Why should you go to Gorman2010.com and click the contribute button? Because she is going to be in Congress fighting for you. She's going to be fighting to protect your pocketbook. Folks, this nation has become too dynamic and too diverse and too broad for us just to focus on Georgia 8 or Georgia 9 or Georgia 7. We've got to focus on Pam Gorman. We've got to pray for her and fund her and work for her and get her in office. She has proven her commitment to the cause. We need Pam Gorman in office. If you don't believe me, go to Gorman2010.com and look at her record. Look at who she is. See what Republicans did to her, and she has persevered and fought for conservatives. Over being a Republican, she has fought to be a real conservative and has won at it. And we need to get her to higher office, because even though she's from Arizona, for those of you listening in Middle Georgia, she will be a reliable vote for you here, for conservatism. We have gone beyond the day of telling candidates they must prove themselves in the polls first. And we have reached the day that the candidates we've always wanted are stepping up, and we must now step up for them. They have answered our call. We must now answer theirs. We're going to take a break and be back in a moment and pursue this with some other candidates as well. News Talk 940 WMAC, Erick Erickson behind the non-golden, non-EIB microphone, 7:56. Great day outside. Going to be a little windy, though.